Welcome. We'll be going over the quantum resonance crystal bed control box, and what we have is the top, front, back, right, left, and bottom. So when we first get this and unpack it, you'll probably be tempted to pop this right on and get going, but you need to know a few things first. Let's start with the connectors. So let's start with what you have in the box and how to attach it on. One of the first things we'll go over is the audio portion, which is on the right side. Now when we look at this, we have PEMF adjust. That's for the handholds. We're not going to be interested in that right this second. We have headphones, music in, USB power, and that's to charge the music player. Auxiliary frequency in is for something like a spooky generator, which you may or may not have. And that's an optional part to get more invested in frequencies. So with the parts here, we're going to get the audio cable. Plug it in. We get the music player. The music player has the charging cord right here. It also has a screen protector, some information, and here's the front screen. So with the music player, there's a separate video on how to use this. You would plug it in. Let's grab some headphones. The headphones that we have here are not the ones that you're going to be getting. These are just the ones that I use for my testing. So it has a big fat connector, plugs in, and that is the audio portion. You can obviously plug your charging cable in there. We're going to take those out just to keep the workbench clean while we're showing you things. On this side we have the lighting system, PEMF hands, those are the handholds that we're going to show you in a minute, and this goes to the vibrations underneath the table. Here's the connector for the vibrations. There's no cables coming out of it right now, but there would be on yours. To get this off, pull back and twist. Very simple. For the lights, you have this connector, and it faces down. To get it off, you push this button and wiggle, 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 and then it comes off. For the PEMF hands, we're going to go into the package that says PEMF hands cable. Your cable will look similar, if not the same, to this. And this is a barrel connector that has a quarter turn. So what it's going to do is you twist, it lines up, you push it in a little bit, and then you twist, and then it locks in place. To get it off, unturn counterclockwise a quarter turn and pull out. In, push, twist, and you're good. For the handholds, we insert these till there's about a fingernail's width left of the black or the red piece. You see the little thick rubber piece right here? We're looking for a fingernail's width. And so these are now connected. let us go on to PEMF hands holder attached to the side of the box. So what you have is this piece, which these snap in place like that when you're not using them to hold on to them. So there's a couple of screws inside there, and there's a screw hole here and here, and they're going to go here and here. So you screw those in. This holder faces away from here, because if you did it this way it wouldn't work as well. You can still do it this way, but you're going to be facing that way. So you want to have these facing the direction of the bed. Memory card, this stores all the light controls. Up here, the red buttons, this controls the lighting. And there's no reason for you to take that out. If you do take that out, there are additional color patterns that are loaded inside the system, but they're not going to be very suitable for what you're using. So we just typically keep that in. This volume is for the bed. This is for the headphones. This boost boosts specific frequencies that are in the lower spectrum where crystal bowls reside, voices, things like that. So it will give an increase in volume to those. It also will give a decrease if you go all the way counterclockwise. So somewhere in the middle is neutral, and then all the way up is complete boost. So we keep that in the middle to start, and then if you need more boost you can have it. Cutoff is the crossover for the vibrations, and what that means is sometimes you're in a space where there might be other people and you need to get the vibrations a lot more chill, so you would turn this down counterclockwise, and that would reduce the amount of vibrations that are going to be sent to the table. It's different than the volume, because the volume is still just going to raise and lower the volume, but this will change how many frequencies go to the bed. So playing with that, you'll get a feeling for what it does. There's no really right or wrong. I like to keep it somewhere around the 3 o'clock position. And on the bottom we have the slide, which the tripod clamps onto, and then the power cable. And so the power cable only goes in one way, so you can't do it incorrectly. And there's a little notch right here, a tab, and you have to pull that off if you want to get it off. So it can't come off accidentally. Insert this end first, pretty straightforward. There's a separate video on that. As for the lighting system, we have slower, faster, select, and memory. Slower and faster are for the few light programs that actually change their speed. The one that says select will rotate through the 15 different programs, and memory stores the one that you're currently on that you really like. So for instance, if you like one, you can hit memory, and then when you go to turn it off and then you turn it back on, it'll go back to that position. So that is for the colored lights inside the holders. And the colored lights are the 7 lights that are embedded inside the holders here. There's an additional light here that's infrared, and that has its own button, which we'll go over now. So the front of the control box, we have power, we have infrared, we have lights on and off. Infrared has 3 positions. The middle position turns it off. The top position makes it go steady, S-T-D-Y, steady. The bottom is pulsation. Pulsation to the frequency generator. The lighting, simple, on and off. So when you want to turn the frequency generator you would press and hold these buttons. There's a separate video on those. And then the duty cycle as well. So that, in a nutshell, is the control box.